The total value of goods and services produced within Kenya at the moment stands at some $42 billion, but that figure is poised to change later in the year as the country rebases its gross domestic product.
And of course, with the revision of GDP in September, which we expect our GDP to be revised by 20%, and then obviously it puts us to a sort of middle income category.
A revised GDP will increase the figure to well over $50 billion. With that, per capita income, or the average amount of money earned by an individual in Kenya in a year, would rise from $943 to $1,136, which is above the $1,036 benchmark set by the World Bank for middle-income countries.
A rebasing of GDP is supposed to be done every 5 years. Our base year now is 2001. We are rebasing it to 2009. But that is after how many years? This is over 10 years plus. Ideally, international best practice is to rebase GDP every 5 years.
According to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, the outcome of the rebasing, to be announced in September this year, will earn the country a middle-income nation status, which was meant to be attained by 2030. Analysts are a bit skeptical of the move. They fear that the new status will come with its set of challenges. For instance, a bigger economy would mean Kenya needs less support and will not be eligible to access key export markets on preferential terms. The European Union, one of Kenya's biggest trading partners, says it has no plans of changing its trade agreements with the country.
It will not necessarily have a big impact on the trade relations per se. It might have an impact on lending. So basically the behavior of the bigger banks lending to Kenya. But as you said, for Nigeria it turned out to be a good exercise, and I have all hopes that for Kenya it will turn out the same way. Talking to IMF, talking to World Bank, let's say, which are of course major financiers in terms of lending, they are all quite positive about the exercise.
By us moving towards the category of emerging markets, there are many benefits. We can also access international capital markets. People will be seeing us as being able, an enabled economy to be able to service its own debt. We can access international capital through Eurobond, for example. And I think it's a positive step to move towards emerging market rather than saying we should not move that way.
Kenya has enjoyed the label of East Africa's largest economy for years, but it still depends on loans and aid, all of which could be suspended once it attains middle-income economic status. Analysts believe Kenya's economic growth should not only look good on paper, but benefit its citizens more by improving social amenities and eradicate poverty altogether. Mahemutwa, CCTV.